Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Aziz Adha and I'm from DKA2A. Today, me and my fellow group mates will present a topic from Engineering Maths 2. Its topic is maximum, minimum and inflection points. First of all, in mathematics, especially in calculus and the study of functions, maximum and minimum points refer to the highest and lowest value of the function respectively. An inflection point is a point on a curve at which the curve changes concavity, meaning it changes from being concave view upwards to concave downwards, or vice versa.
A stationary point on a curve across when dy per dx equal to 0. Once you have established where there is a stationary point, the types of stationary point is maximum, minimum, or point of inflection can be determined using the second derivative. If differentiation is positive, the stationary point is minimum, and if differentiation is negative, the stationary point is maximum. If differentiation is 0, the stationary point is inflection. So this is the tips or guidelines for solving this problem. Step 1, we must differentiate the function given y equal to fx. And the step 2 is find the value of x when dy per dx equal to 0. The step 3 is substitute the value of x in fx. Step 4 is write the coordinate xy of turning point. Step 5, use the second derivative to find the maximum, minimum of inflection point. Step 6, write the coordinate xy of maximum, minimum or inflection point. Step 7, sketch the graph. So the question is fx minus x square brackets 6 minus 3x brackets. So the first step is differentiate the function given y equal to fx. Fx equal to 6x square minus 3x power of 3. And the step 2 is find the value of x when dy per dx equal to 0. So f prime x equal to 12x minus 9x square. We got the answer from the differentiate the number of 6x square minus 3x power of 3. The next f prime x equal to 0. So 12x minus 9x square equal to 0. Then 3x brackets 4 minus 3x brackets equal to 0. And then 3x equal to 0 and x equal to 0. And the other answer is 4 minus 3x equal to 0, 3x equal to 4, and the x equal to 4 over 3. Step 3 is substitute the value of x in fx. When x equal to 0, y 6 multiplication 0 square minus 3 multiplication 0 power of 3. and the answer is 0. When x equal to 4 over 3 and the y equal to 6 brackets 4 over 3 square minus 3 multiplication of 4 over 3 the power of 3, and we got the answer is 32 over 9. And the step 4 is the stationary point are 0, 0 and 4 over 3, 32 over 9.
Next step, to find maximum and minimum point, we must insert coordinate value into the second differentiated equation. It will be 12 minus 18x. The answer will be 12. 12 are larger than 1, so it will be minimum point. Next, we repeat same step using another coordinate value. It will be negative 12. Negative 12 are smaller than 1, so it will be maximum point. Next step, we classify maximum and minimum point each coordinate. Use Desmos app to make graph by just entering question into the Desmos app. It can solve and form a graph.
Okay, for the first question, we have y equals to 4x squared minus 16x plus 4. All we had to do is determine the stationary point before find the maximum or minimum point for this equation. Okay, step 1, we must differentiate the equation first by using dy dx. We get to change 4x squared into 8x. Then we change 16x into 16. Then we have to cut out 4, so it will be 0, and the result will be dy dx equals to 8x minus 16. Moving on to step 2, if we want to get x, first we need to put this equation to 0. For example, 8x minus 16 equals to 0. Then when we want to find x, we need to move negative 16 to 0, so it will be positive 16. Then it became 8x equals to 16. Next, we need to divide 16 and 8. So the 8 will be 1 and 16 will be 2. And as a result, we get x equals to 2. Okay, and now that we already got x equals to 2, we need to find corresponding y value. So first of all, as step 3, we must replace x with 2 to get y in the first equation. So it will be y equals to 4 multiplied with 2 and square minus 16 multiplied with 2 plus 4. So once we have done the equation, we'll get y equals to negative 12.
The next step is step 4. In step 4, we determine the stationary point. 2 and negative 12. 2 is a x and the negative 12 is y. Next, step 5. Use a second derivative d2 d squared y and dx squared to find what type of stationary point is. We use 4x squared for d square y and dx square. For 4x squared we get from the question, and then dy dx equal to 8x. D square y and dx square equal to 8. 8 is bigger than 0, which is a positive, and the turning point must be a minimum point. Then 2, negative 12 is a minimum point. The last is the step 6. Step 6, we use the apps. The name app is Desmos. To use Desmos is easy. We just need to open the apps. We can install it in our smartphone. Then after open the apps, we just insert the question, and then the system will make a graph for us.